Yes people, how you doing? I hope you're all well. I hope you're living life. And most importantly, I hope you're enjoying your bikes. Right, this is part one of a two-part video that I'm going to do. This is a test ride video of the upgrades that I've done to the bike. So I've put some new forks on. They are air forks. I've got the Magura front rotor on the front wheel. Obviously, front rotor on the front wheel. I've got the cooling fin brake pads. I have upgraded the back rotor as well. So I've got 220 at the front and I've got a 180 rotor at the back, and they're both running cooling fin brake pads. I have got some new forks. They are air forks that I've put on the bike. As you know, I put a new kit on the bike, put new handlebars on the bike, light, pedals, new controller. I've put a 60-volt battery on the bike. I've put a new fender new fender on the back, or mudguard on the back of the bike. I've cut the bracket off the back for the number plate as well. I've put some little lights at the back as well. I've put a headlight on the front as well. And I've put a new front wheel on the bike and new knobbly tyres, because I built this bike for off-roading. This is not a street bike. I did not build this bike to go onto the street. My passion is off-roading and going on the dirt, and that is why I built this bike, people. So, this is going to be a very short video, because let's go. It's going to be a very short video because I don't see the point in doing a test ride on the road. Where am I? I don't see the point in doing a test ride of this bike on the road. I have got them big knobbly tyres on, which is going to restrict how much speed I can get on the road from this bike. But it's going to hit some speed bumps. Very nice. I am liking them front forks. Smooth. Now the next upgrade that I am going to do, let's go down here. The next upgrade that I am going to do is the rear shock. Even though I do like the rear shock. I've never had any problems with the shock at all. I've seen a lot of comments saying that they don't like the shock, that it keeps bombing out. Maybe I'm lucky, maybe you're unlucky. I cannot answer that one for you. I cannot answer that for you, people. I don't know why your shock is bombing out and my shock isn't. I just can't answer that. But I am happy with it. And it is going to be one of them ones. Oh, it says a dead end. Didn't want to come to a dead end. It is going to be one of them ones that I will upgrade eventually. I mean, I am looking at shocks now. But it's the weight. I want very nice. I want a 750 weight shock. And the only one that I can find at the moment is a little bit too long. It's a little bit too long for the bike, so it's going to jack the bike up. So I am sort of doing my research. Very nice. I am doing my research on the shock, but so far I'm loving the bike. I am loving the bike. So as I say, this is just going to be a short one today, because this is a dirt bike. I built it for the dirt. That's where I like riding. I like riding on trails. I like riding on dirt. I like doing up inclines. And for me to do a test ride on this bike now, I don't really see the point of it, because if you look at the tyres that's on this bike, if you look at the tyres that are on this bike, they are not street tyres. You know, I've said this before. Let me just show you again. Let me just show you again, people. Let me just swap this down for a second. Let me just show you the bike, people, again. So, as you can see, the knobbly tyres that I've put on, I put them on so I can do off-roading. You know, this is not a street bike. This is an off-road bike. I built this bike for my own personal needs, if you like, how I want to feel comfortable on the bike. You know, this is not my street bike. I've got other bikes that I ride on the street. This is not my street bike. So, you know, the tyres that I've got on there now are going to restrict the speed that I can get out of the bike on the road, because they're chunky knobblies. You know, if I put street tyres on the bike, obviously I'm going to go faster. But for me, it's not about speed, it's about power on the trails. And that's two different things. You know, for me, it's two different things. This is not my street bike. This is not my everyday ride. Yes, it can, you know, it can get up to speed very quickly. It can get up to speed very, very quickly. But when you're on the trails, it's not about speed. It's about having the power to get around the trails. And that, again, that is why I built this bike. That's why I built this bike, so I can do what I want to do and have some fun on the trails. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with the forks so far. They are new. You know, I've only had them on the bike not for that long, to be honest with you. They've not been on the bike that long, but I've got to do, you know, I've got to test them out. I have to test them out. You know, it's like when you buy anything brand new, let's go down here. When you buy anything brand new, you know, it always works well brand new. Then after, you know, a few days, a few weeks, a few months, you start seeing the faults in what you've bought. So, you know, I have to test these forks out and see what they're like. But so far, and the brake pads and the rotors, and I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy.